Bay Manuel, see this place behind me, Lyncher? This is Worman Scrubs, yeah? Worman Scrubs prison is a remand and allocation prison. They allocate people to different prisons, yeah? People in D wing is a long-term wing, yeah? It's a long-term. It might have changed by now, I don't know, but as far as I know, it's the same. D wing is a long-term wing. It's a lifers wing, and people are doing big birds, yeah? The rest of it is all allocation, to be allocated. Maybe a YP wing or whatever, yeah? So, but it's all to be allocated to different prisons. So the people in there may be remand and maybe waiting to be allocated to a different prison. There isn't many prisoners in them places, right, who are going to get released, yeah? The only ones who are going to get released are maybe they're doing 6 months, 7 months, a year, you know, for silly offences. You don't really think, do you, that there's people being let out there for bad rape cases, bad this. People, listen, they might be letting people out who've done 20 years, mate, and 18 years, you know what I mean? People out there there's a lot of people out there who've got the YouTube channels, yeah? They're talking absolute crap. They ain't got a clue what they're talking about, yeah? I've been in prison. I know all about prison, mate. And there's a lot out there that do, you know what I mean? But to tell you're going home early, mate, is the best thing what could ever happen. It's like getting parole, you know what I mean? So people will go, no, they shouldn't let them out. Why shouldn't they let them out? You got a man who's a violent person goes in prison, yeah? Well, don't you think he should be let out of prison then? Don't you think he's learnt his lesson? I've been in prison most of my life for violent charges, yeah? And I'll do my sentence and I'll maybe get let out maybe 6, 7 months before my sentence is finished. Well, don't you think I should be let out then? People out there are crazy, man. There's people in prison. This is why prisons are packed. This is why prisons are over the top, mate, packed with people, yeah? Because no one wants to let them out. People learn the lesson, mate. You know, I didn't learn my lesson. I learned my lesson in the last sentence, which was an IPP, yeah? My IPP was given to me. Think this one. My IPP was given to me 2.5 years. I've done 20 odd years of that. Is that enough for you people out there? Do you think that's enough for you people out there who are talking absolute crap? You don't know what you're talking about, mate. Really, you don't know what you're talking about, yeah? Letting people out of prison early I think it's the greatest thing that this Labour government is doing now, letting people out, yeah? Don't believe they're letting people out for rapists and murderers and all that. Maybe they are, but maybe they are who've done the big sentences. Because a lot of you people out there who are watching my channel or have got a podcast who don't know what they're talking about, right? A video, all that. They don't realise, yeah, that what prison's like. They ain't got a clue, mate. They ain't got a clue. You know, to be let out, mate. People are allowed to finish their sentence. To be allowed to be let out early. You know, to rehabilitate, they're rehabilitated, mate. Poor, I don't want to come back in there, yeah? I don't want to go back in there. And a lot don't, mate. A lot don't, yeah? Me, I was a perpetual armed robber, perpetual GBHs and all them sort of things, attempted murder. But I went in and I come out. I went in and I'll come out. I went in and I'll come out. I done my bird and come out. This time, IPP, not me, mate. I've got no more of it. I've had enough of it now. 20 odd years is enough. But it's not enough for you people out there. You people out there want people away forever. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It don't. You people that cry, for a TV licence, mate. They put you away for a TV licence. You cry your eyes open. You know, it makes me laugh, mate, the way people go. Especially people who are doing these YouTubes, who ain't got a clue what they're talking about. They're letting people out. They're letting people, listen, people are spreading rumours. And rumours get bigger and bigger and bigger. Right? They do not let people out who are rapists, believe me, yeah? Only if they are well into the sentence and nearly coming home. They let them out, mate, yeah? They might let people out. Listen, you got to remember, yeah, that in prison, there are people in prison that are not guilty of a charge. There ain't many, but there are people in there that are not guilty for a charge and get found guilty and are in there doing big bird, mate. There's a lot. I've met quite a few people in prison that are not guilty that have got big bird. You know what I mean? People, listen. You've all got to be like at your age. Do you know what I mean? You know, don't lock people up forever and ever and ever, mate. Could you imagine it? Prisons would be Keiko over. Well, not listen. Years ago, yeah, right, when I was younger, well younger, prisons, 44,000. They said if it ever reaches 46,000, the roof will go off all these prisons. There'll be riots everywhere. It's now 86,000 prisoners in there. 86. 86,000. What I believe in, this is what I believe, yeah? If you come to this country from another country, right, and you're getting it for a serious charge, I believe that you should do your sentence and get deported. That's what I think. That's what I think. If you come to this country, mate, and you don't go by the law, you've got to get chucked out of this country. Even if it gets nicked straight away, you've got to get in a plane, a boat, and put you back to where you come from. That's what I believe, because there's so many in there. There's so many people in prison now that are foreign nationals. Believe me, there's loads in there that should be shipped out and took to their own place, to their own country. You know what I mean? That's why prisons are absolutely jam-packed. Absolutely jam-packed. And believe me, mate, there's a lot more people in there, right? Foreign nationals that are in there for rapes and murder than there is white people. I'm telling you straight. I've been in prison all my life, mate. I know what goes on, you know what I mean? So please, when his Keir Starmer was saying that they're going to let people out early and people are going, put it in their silly heads, right? One person gets out, he might have done 20 years in prison, yeah, for a rape charge or rapes or whatever. Okay. I don't believe really that he should be let out, myself personally. Well, I think he should do the rest of his life in prison. But if he's rehabilitated, mate, let him out. Let him out. But put him somewhere first, put him in a DCAT. Put him in a DCAT. You know what I mean? Put him in a DCAT and let him see how he gets on. If he don't get, put him back in prison. Do you know, like, listen, I was in a hostel, yeah, in Ealing Broadway, right? I've just done an IPP. I'm waiting, right? I've done 12 years on the street of the IPP, right? I've done 10 years in prison, yeah, of the IPP. So I've done 20 odd years of the IPP. I was still in IPP when I was on the street, and believe me, it's a lot harder on the street than what it is in prison, because there's so many opportunities that you can get nicked for, yeah? So when I was in the hostel, I pooed myself, mate, because there's all night long, there's police running up and down the stairs nicking people, putting people back, recall. You know what I mean? And I thought, oh, I ain't done nothing, but you never know, mate. You never know. You never know. I might just come in and make a charge up and put you back in prison. And shit myself, you know what I mean? So don't be saying people shouldn't be let out, mate. And if people being let out of Wandsworth, and people being let out of Scrubs, more so Wandsworth, yeah? If they're let out of Wandsworth, they ain't doing Big Bird, mate. They ain't been doing Big Bird because Wandsworth is an allocation prison. It's where they send people to different prisons and remands. Remember that, yeah? So don't be saying, oh, they're not letting him out, mate. They're only letting him out if he's finished his sentence. Because they might even get 6 months to a year and stay in Wandsworth. But Wandsworth is an allocation prison. You get allocated to your big nicks, your big prisons. So people out here, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. People this morning going, oh, someone who got a YouTube saying, look, video Wandsworth, people going out of Wandsworth. What's that what? People coming out of Wandsworth. People come out of Wandsworth every day. Every day. People are getting silly little sentences. We've got to remember, it's an allocation prison, but people, Big Bird, get allocated from there. People who get little sentences stay there. 6 months to a year, you're staying there because you ain't. What's the point of being allocated? There's no point. You know what I mean? If you get what you get 6 months, 12 months now, you do what out of it? Half 6 months. Then you done that with more most of them. You know what I mean? Listen, they don't know what you're talking about, mate. Seriously, they ain't got a clue. Go to the big prisons. Go to the big prisons, see how many people come out there. Go on. Don't go about Wandsworth and the Scrubs and maybe Brixton. Go to the big prisons, mate. You know what I mean? Where people have been allocated to. Hull, Durham, Long Lawton, Gartrey's, all them big prisons. Go there, Maidstons and all Albany's, Parkhurst. Go to them prisons and see how many people get let out. No, you won't go there because you want to go to little silly little London prisons, mate, where they're letting people out every day. So don't talk out your arsehole, these people that have got these silly YouTube channels and they're coming out all letting people out and doing. Shut up. Shut up. Yes, they should let people out of prison who've done their sentences, who've got no time left. Yes, they should. Yes, they should. You know what I mean? So keep your mouth shut.